Good evening, everybody from Starkey Farmstead. Today, Stephen is still recovering from having a lymph node removed in his neck, 2 cysts and a small area burnt on the other side. So while he has been on house arrest for the last couple of days and will be so for the next 5 days, we decided we have an abundance of rice and sugar. It is prepping to an extent, but come on guys, I'm from Louisiana and just about every meal I cook, including breakfast, needs rice, right? We all know that. Like, rice is a staple food for people from this area, anywhere in the South, southern regions. I'm not sure about you guys from up north, but if you're watching this or other countries, tell us what you guys do with rice, because we love our rice, right? I like to buy Louisiana rice, like to support our local economy. So I've got pounds and pounds of rice kind of stacked up in my cabinet. And here recently with the drought and then the torrential downpours, we had an influx of mice. So I have little mouse traps set up everywhere, but I want to avoid having my rice, get any kind of bug, get roaches in my house, or accidentally have it eaten into by a critter. So we're going to go ahead and food save. What is that called? A food saver?
Food saver.
A food saver. We're going to vacuum seal some rice and some sugar tonight. We're going to share with you how we're doing it. If you have any information on this type of process, please put it in the comments, because we are learning and our channel is really to help each other out. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm not using mason jars. So I never purchased mason jars in my life until recently, and I paid $15 for like 12 of them. So that was before taxes too. So that's well over $1 a jar, okay? So I already had a food saver from 2 years ago when we were doing rabbit meat and things like that, which we still are, and had the bags. So I tell you guys all the time, use what you have in your hand. Like, I don't even care if you're putting it, my husband was like, they could take a Ziploc bag and trim the top of the bag off where it seals, and you can actually seal that in a food saver. So a Ziploc bag can be turned into a sealed bag with a food saver. Like, you can do it any way that you want. All right, when we're done with all of this will be labeled. It will have the date that we did it, what it is, and it will be stacked evenly in a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. And then that'll be stored properly, like in a cool place in our house, because in Louisiana, root cellars are kind of out too. You know, we flood too bad, guys. So we don't have cellars here for you people coming from around the world to watch, or from upstates, you know, up north. You guys all have cellars. Well, we have attics here. Unless you live in a mobile home like us, we don't have an attic either. So everything will be put in 5-gallon buckets with sealed lids and stored in the back room. And I'll write on the outside of the bucket, this is rice, that's sugar, and then I'll rotate it out. So we're just going to share with that. That is a small thing that we're doing to prepare food, which in all honesty, America, we probably should have all been trying to do this months ago. So enjoy the video. If you have any information, please share it, please. And like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching. So Stephen, tell everybody what you're doing.
I am trying to figure out how to vacuum seal using the food saver sugar. Watched a couple different videos, people putting it in paper bags and everything. So my thing is, why go buy paper bags when it's already packaged, and all I need to do is to get it in the bag into the food saver to save it. So I'm gonna.
Now you got a 20-pound bag over there, so you will separate that out.
Yeah, I will separate that out.
What size bag is this?
This is 4 pounds, I think.
Yeah, 4
pounds.
And if you guys notice, shout out, it is a Louisiana certified product. We are big on trying, when we can, when we're in a store that actually has Louisiana products, I will pay more money for a product produced in my state than I will for something that comes from somewhere that I have no clue.
But altogether, I'm trying to do it where I can put, if I wanted to just put a pound of sugar in the food saver without a bag and all that. That's my thing, is why waste the money on a bag if you don't have to have the bag? If I could put a pound of sugar in this little plastic bag right here and vacuum seal it, why shouldn't that work? Should it or should it not?
So we're gonna do some experimenting tonight.
I'm gonna try it without the paper bag because I already got this one melted on one end and it's ready to be cut. So this bag's not gonna fit in here, and I'm not gonna waste a bag.
Okay. We're also going to be doing rice tonight, so stay tuned. Enjoy the video as we experiment with our food saver.
All right, I went ahead and done a whole 4-pound bag of sugar just to do it.
So you took it out of the brown paper bag.
Yeah, I took it out. No, well, I took it out of the bag it come in, put it in the food saver, and I'm gonna vacuum seal it just to see how it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Because it's not like I can't use my sugar, because I can use it on my tea in just about 30 minutes.
Right, we do kind of like our
Now,
sugar.
I won't use the whole 4 pounds, but I will use a good bit. So, let's see. Dry.
I'm sure hoping it doesn't get sucked up into the food saver.
I hope it not.
You never know what you're going to get when you watch a Storky Farmstead, guys. But it's all about learning, and until you try it, you'll never know. We might should have made it smoother before we sucked all the air out, because now it's going to be like a brick.
That's what I'm not worried if it's a brick.
Yeah, it'd be harder to store like that, wouldn't it? If it was flatter, you'd be able to store it a little better.
If you want it different, you need it to be setting up.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
And it is hard as a brick.
I told you it was going to be hard like a brick.
But it's fine with me.
Can you stand it up? Like in the bottom of a bucket? Oh, well.
It don't matter. It's sitting in the bottom of the bucket. Set stuff on top of it.
All right, so it works, and the sugar did not get sucked up into the machine, which was likely to happen. And with Storky Farmstead, told you guys, we're like, today is the 7/30/22, baby. So what he's doing right now, guys, is he's going to make sure that our scale is correct.
It's off just a very little.
Like a tenth.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll have to recalibrate. We actually bought this, we got this on sale last year after hunting season, didn't we?
Yeah.
At our local feed and seed store in Greensburg. Guys, look for things on sale. So what ends up happening is they'll have these, this can hold up to 600 pounds. It's used to weigh out meat to make sausage, but we saw it was originally like $179. They don't sell for like 80 bucks.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and we got it. It's been amazing. I weigh so many things on this, including my husband. He has stood on it. So you can do ounces, pounds, kilograms, whatever you need with that. So now we're going to move to rice.
Yeah.
Correct? All right, so now we're going to try the rice. Okay, so we did a little research prior to doing this video. And the guy that we watched was using like oxygen absorbers, or I guess maybe they're like moisture absorbers. We don't have that. So I say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to repeat it for everybody. It is okay to redneck what you're doing. Now, does that mean ours is going to last as long? Is it going to be shelf stable for up to 30 years in a freezer or a root cellar, or 20 years in a refrigerator? Or like they said, you could put it like in a cool room and it would hold for like 20 years, vacuum sealed rice. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because we don't have a moisture absorber.
I always, when I seal this bottom line right here, like now fixing to cut this one, I always do a double seal on mine. I let it, I'll unlock it, and after it's sealed once, now I'm going to lock it again so it does another seal on it. What's it going to hurt to have a double seal on it? Keep food from leaking, keep the air from sucking it out. So, I mean, it should work. So I do it just for the giggles.
Right, for the giggles. That's a good way to put it.
So we're going to do what you said, 2 pounds or a pound?
Let's do a pound.
All right, let's do a pound.
We were kind of going back and forth, should we? Because I use 2 cups of rice at a time. 4 cups of water, 2 cups of rice. You've got a nice pot of rice for just him and I and our 23-year-old who lives in the camper in the front and comes up to eat when she gets hungry. If you're a larger family, you probably are making 4 cups at a time, maybe even 6 cups at a time of rice. So I was thinking, maybe a pound would be a better way to seal them. And so that when I open it, I can just use that same rice for a week or two. I'm not using as many bags. So let's see if we actually have a pound. Sorry, me and my notebooks. As y'all can tell, I'm in multiple classes. I've got 2 laptops on the table, calendars, books.
All right, we're at almost 2 pounds. You want 2 pounds?
Yeah, just do it 2. That'll work.
Let's go a little more.
That's not like, that's not a whole lot of rice when you look at
No,
it
it's
like
not.
that. So that means that this is a 10-pound bag. We should get at right at 5 sealed bags versus 1 pound would be 10 sealed bags. So always think money. That's an awfully large bag you've got there, friend. You really cut a big bag.
Well, I wasn't for sure how much I needed, so it's just a trial.
Can you cut that in half and make it into 2 bags? Seal on both sides? I think you probably could. Frugal. You guys know Sam is always
Yeah,
frugal.
it would be nice if you're frugal, but I'm not. Not on this one because this is a trial.
Okay. I'm
And
good
now-
with that.
But now you see on these bags here, they got lines, like 1 line, 2 line, and that's what I go by. In this in here, I put 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one I'll do be 1 line here, 2 line, 3. I do a 3rd line. That gives you this much extra in your food saver that you won't be using.
Okay. And this won't be a real long video, guys. He's in a lot of pain. We're just trying to practice. It's all about learning, everybody. All about learning.
We are done.
Wow. You could literally knock somebody out with that.
And as hard as can be.
Hard as can be. Okay, and actually, I'm thinking 3 lines will work, but I liked, you really weren't over that much, not as much as it looked, because I liked what you did. You flattened that out
Yeah, you
as it
shake
was
it
starting
out.
to,
Yeah.
suck out the air. That's important, guys, because now that's really stackable. I can get more in my 5-gallon bucket. We are so excited that you guys felt the need to watch, what we're doing over here at Starkey Farmstead. Again, if you guys are looking to tour before you decide that you want to homestead, farmstead, or hobby farm, we do give tours. In fact, we've given 3 in the last 24 hours. And so that's why I'm doing the crazy hair again. I'm pretty tired. So you guys are welcome to give us a call. We are on Facebook at Starkey Farmstead. Obviously, we are on YouTube also. So please subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what you're doing to prep your food. Because if you share your ideas, I may already have the materials here to follow suit. Like if you don't have mason jars or a food saver, how are you storing food? Like I really would love to know that. It is all about learning. Like that, I tell you guys all the time, it is about the learning that excites me. My dad's like that. Even my husband is catching the learning bug. Like we are truly enjoying learning how to preserve our food. Like we've never done that. We never felt a need to do that, especially in America, right? But knowing that our country is now in a recession, I don't care what the government says, we are in a full-blown recession. Also, guys, we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. And just another tidbit of history for you. If you don't know what the Federal Reserve is, you probably need to do your research. That is not part of our federal government. That is a personally owned group of bankers that own the Federal Reserve. Okay, and they are the cause of our inflation because now they have all of our gold. So you need to do your history on what the Federal Reserve Bank actually is, when they came in to true power, and if you can look back to the Depression and the things that happened prior to the Depression, during the Depression, and immediately afterwards, you'll understand why everybody is going, you need to secure food. If you can't secure, like, I'm still not set up in so many ways, but I'm believing, you know, that I can learn. And I've told y'all before, I'm an overcomer and I am a survivor, and so is my husband. So as we continue on this journey of self-sustainability, closed loop systems, organic, regenerative, nutrient-dense food, you are welcome to come along with us here at Starkey Farmstead. We thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment on what you are doing.